For decades, the personal computer was the undisputed center of digital life. If you wanted to work, create, study, manage files, write documents, edit videos, or play serious games, the PC was the answer. Smartphones were considered companions, tablets were seen as consumption devices, and anything running Linux outside of servers was treated as niche. But something fundamental has changed, and it didn't happen overnight. Quietly, steadily, and now unmistakably, Android and Linux are replacing traditional PCs faster than almost anyone expected. Not in some distant future, not as a hypothetical trend, but right now, in homes, offices, schools, and entire regions of the world. To understand why this shift is happening so quickly, we need to look at how people actually use computers today, not how tech companies marketed them 20 years ago. The majority of daily computing tasks no longer require a bulky desktop tower or even a powerful laptop. Email, messaging, document, editing, browsing, cloud-based tools, video calls, media consumption, coding, light design work, and even gaming are increasingly platform agnostic. Once software moved to the web and hardware became powerful enough in smaller form factors, the traditional PC lost its monopoly on productivity. Android and Linux stepped into that gap at exactly the right time. Android, which many still think of as just a phone operating system, has evolved far beyond its original scope. Modern Android devices now rival mid-range laptops in raw performance. Flagship phones and tablets ship with multi-core desktop-class GPUs, fast NVMe storage, and large amounts of RAM. Pair them with a keyboard, mouse, an external display, and suddenly the experience stops feeling like mobile and starts feeling like a full computer. Features like desktop modes, windowed multitasking, proper file systems, and external monitor support have turned Android into something that closely resembles a traditional PC environment, especially for everyday work. At the same time, Linux has quietly become the backbone of almost everything. It runs servers, cloud infrastructure, supercomputers, routers, smart TVs, cars, and now increasingly desktops and laptops. Chromebooks, which is essentially Linux under the hood, has already replaced Windows PCs in millions of classrooms worldwide. SteamOS has brought Linux into mainstream gaming conversations. Major distributions have focused relentlessly on usability, stability, and performance. Today, a modern Linux desktop can be installed in minutes, updated without fear, and customized endlessly, all while running on hardware that Windows increasingly struggles to support. One of the biggest accelerators of this shift is cost. Traditional PCs have become more expensive over time, not just in hardware, but in maintenance, licensing, and longevity. Operating systems demand more resources, push subscriptions, and sometimes deliberately limit older hardware. In contrast, Android devices and Linux systems thrive on efficiency. A mid-range Android tablet can cost less than a low-end laptop and still handle most daily tasks. Linux can resurrect hardware that Windows has abandoned, giving old machines years of extra life. For students, families, and small businesses, this difference is impossible to ignore. Another critical factor is cloud computing. When your documents live online, your apps run in browsers, and your data syncs automatically, the underlying operating system matters far less. Google Docs, Microsoft 365, Figma, Notion, GitHub, and countless other tools work perfectly on Android and Linux. Web apps have matured to the point where many people can do their entire job without installing a single native application. This shift massively favors lightweight, flexible platforms that don't get in the way, and Android and Linux excel at exactly that. The workplace is also changing faster than most IT departments can keep up with. Remote work normalized using personal devices for professional tasks. Companies realize they don't need to manage heavy Windows installations for every employee when browser-based tools do the job. Developers increasingly prefer Linux environments because they mirror production servers. Creative professionals are discovering that Linux-based tools are powerful, fast, and increasingly user-friendly. Meanwhile, Android devices are being used as portable workstations, presentation tools, point-of-sale systems, and even coding machines. Education might be the clearest example of how fast this replacement is happening. Schools around the world have moved away from traditional PCs toward Chromebooks and Android tablets. These devices are cheaper, easier to manage, harder to break, and more secure by default. Students grow up learning that a computer is simply a screen with a keyboard that connects to the internet. They don't care whether it's running Windows, Mac OS, Linux, or Android. That generational shift alone guarantees that the future will not revolve around traditional PCS the way the past did. Gaming, once considered the last stronghold of the Windows PC, is also changing rapidly. Cloud gaming services allow demanding games to run on almost any device with a decent internet connection. Emulation on Android has reached astonishing levels of performance. Linux gaming has improved dramatically thanks to compatibility layers, native ports, and official support from major platforms. While high-end competitive gaming still favors dedicated PCs, the gap is narrowing. And for casual and even serious gamers, alternatives are now genuinely viable. Security and privacy concerns are another driving force. Traditional PCs are increasingly seen as vulnerable, complex, and intrusive. Forced updates, telemetry ads, and operating systems and opaque system behavior have eroded trust. Linux offers transparency, control, and community-driven development. Android, while not perfect, benefits from sandboxed apps, frequent updates, and a massive ecosystem that evolves rapidly. For many users, these platforms feel safer and more predictable than legacy PC operating systems. There's also a cultural shift happening. People no longer want to maintain computers. They want them to work. They don't want to troubleshoot drivers, reinstall systems, or worry about viruses. Android and Linux-based systems, especially when pre-configured by manufacturers, offer an appliance-like experience. You turn them on, log in, and get things done. Updates happen quietly, crashes are rare, and performance remains consistent over time. This simplicity is incredibly appealing in a world where technology already feels overwhelming. Developers and manufacturers have noticed this trend and are accelerating it. We're seeing more laptops shipping with Linux pre-installed, more tablets blurring the line between mobile and desktop, and more accessories designed specifically to turn phones into full workstations. Android desktop environments are becoming more polished. Linux distributions are focusing heavily on user experience. The ecosystem is aligning in a way that makes traditional PCs feel less necessary with each passing year. What makes this transition especially powerful is that it's not happening as a dramatic replacement, but as a gradual migration. People don't wake up one day and decide to abandon PCs entirely. Instead, they realize they haven't turned on their laptop in weeks because their phone, tablet, or Linux machine already does everything they need. Over time, the PC becomes a backup device, then an occasional tool, and eventually something they stop upgrading altogether. That's how disruption actually happens. Quietly and irreversibly. In many parts of the world, this shift is happening even faster. Emerging markets are skipping the traditional PC ERA entirely. Smartphones are the primary computing device, and when a larger screen or keyboard is needed, Android-based solutions fill the gap. Linux powers local servers, community labs, and low-cost laptops. The idea of spending large amounts of money on proprietary software and hardware simply doesn't make sense in these contexts, and the global numbers reflect that reality. Even in developed markets, the cracks are showing. Windows and macOS machines are lasting longer, not because people are satisfied, but because they don't see enough value in upgrading. Meanwhile, Android and Linux devices are improving at a pace that outstrips user expectations. Each update brings better performance, better usability, and more features that were once exclusive to PCs. The direction of progress is unmistakable. The most important thing to understand is that Android and Linux are not trying to become traditional PCs. They are redefining what personal computing means. They prioritize mobility, efficiency, flexibility, and user control. They adapt to how people actually live and work today, rather than forcing outdated models onto modern users. That's why their adoption feels so natural and so fast. When historians look back at this era, they likely won't point to a single moment when PCs died. Instead, they'll describe a period where Android and Linux quietly absorbed more and more of what PCS used to do, until the distinctions stopped mattering. We are living in that transition right now, and it's happening faster than anyone expected, not because people hate PCs, but because they've found something that fits their lives better. Android and Linux are not the future of computing because they are trendy or revolutionary. They are the future because they solve real problems, reduce friction, and meet users where they are. The PC isn't disappearing, but its dominance is. And as this shift continues, one thing becomes increasingly clear. The age of computing, defined by a single box under a desk, is ending, and the era of flexible, open, and mobile-first systems has already begun.